All right, welcome back to R-TAC and Daughters. This is Rick, and we're going to talk about, as you can see right here, the Czechoslovakian Borneo vz24 rifle. If you watched our last video, the vz9822, this is the rifle that replaced it. Again, here we go. We got the look at that. They're still leaking cosmoline. This thing I've had for 10 years, too. Got a straight bolt handle. Here's all of our markings on this side of the receiver. As you can tell, it's got a patina coming along. Stock's in great shape. It's all matching. It has a standard sight. And like the ZZ24, as we can see right here, it has the, see if I can get my big hand out the way. It's got the walking ladder sight, just like the other one does. But it's a little stiff. We'll have to work on it. And, of course, this one starts out at 300 meters. Got rid of that thing. Let's go down here. All right, let's see if we can get to walk inside the lip right there. There we go. Got to clean some of that cosmoline off. Look at that. I'm still wiping it off with my fingers. Wow. After all these years. See, there we go. See how it's angling up again? So it's locked on that side. Yep, it's still a little gooey. Anyway, had this one for a long time. Here we go. So, as you can see on the receiver right here, you can, I don't know how great we can, right there where my finger is, that is still lightly there, even with the patina there. See, there's the other side of it. That would be a full Czechoslovakian lion crest. So this was a Czech Mauser that was in service. It definitely seen some wartime use. As you can tell, it is a short rifle, or the standard length rifle. It also has somebody, I don't know if the Czechs did it or the importer did it, it's got ear protectors from a K98. And it should have somewhere on here. Right there it is. There's the import markings. And see what it says it. I'll get it to focus. Yeah, it ain't gonna be able to get to see it. It's imported by the same company as my other Mauser was. I got these back. Oh, and I forgot about that. There's something else I got to replace. As long as I look at the amount of varnish that's in that thing for. There's so much varnish in there that this is stuck on. Now I could knock it off with a hammer, but it's there. The little metal band that holds this on. Sometimes you got to shoot it. And I got the part. See how there's the broken end. I just got to get that out, and then put the new little thing in there. Unique sling bands on this. It has slings on the bottom and on the side, so that's great if you're cavalry or artillery or something of that nature, because you always got your wrist sling mount there and your back one on the back side, so you can put it on either side. So these rifles were issued well into the, and was probably one, well, it was issued in, let's see, let me sit back up here. We'll get us a good sight on that. In the 20s, of course, 1924 is when it came into service, and it served through in Czechoslovakia all the way up to the 50s until eventually it was replaced with other modern, like the CZ52 rifle, and then their 58 version, because the Czechs have a good and firearm building reputation that they've deserved, that they've earned back in the 20s. So this replaced this, the 98/22 in our previous video in Czechoslovakian history. The Germans also adopted this rifle when Czechoslovakia was absorbed into the Third Reich, and then German troops used these. You'd mainly see these was used with German troops in World War II with rear echelon troops, police troops, and probably most likely with Czechoslovakian troops that joined the Wehrmacht later on. So there you go. There you see the big old front sight there. Not a whole lot. This is roughly the same size as the K98. It also came in chambered in, of course, 7mm Mauser, 8mm Mauser. This is an 8mm Mauser. 7.65 by 53 Mauser. 30-06 later on. If you've seen our Columbia version, it's in 30-06. And you could probably see a couple of these floating around somewhere chambered in 308 in some of the other Latin American countries. And it kind of looks like the Spanish FR7 and FR8 rifles that would come up later on that would be Mauser. This is a Model 98 action. It is a large ring action, and it will take a bolt from the... It shares the same bolt as the Gewehr 98, the K98, and any other variety of these. This will not share the Turkish conversion rifles from 7mm or 7.65mm to 8mm, because those are 93 actions. So be careful on this. Also, these were exported widely throughout the interwar years between 1924 and 1939. As you can see, we got the Colombian version later on that you've seen in an earlier version. We'll have the Yugoslavian versions of this rifle. CZ actually made this rifle for Yugoslavia until Yugoslavia picked it up on a manufacturing license later on. And we'll do a Yugoslavian version of this. This gun here was made in Czechoslovakia. This pattern of rifle is also known as the FN30 or the FN24. Those were exported as well. Good rifle. Again, it is cock on close. This gun is empty. There's your magazine release, as you can see here. It has a lock, so that way when you're chambering through your round, firing your rounds, and you lock open like that, you know you're empty. You got to reload through your stripper clip bridge. You just push that down. Your bolt will stop right here. Push the bolt down. Cock's on opening. Here's your safety. Just like the vz24 and the K98 Mausers, any 98 Mausers won't fire on that. There's your bolt lock. Won't fire on that. And of course, we'll open this one up. I'll let you get a look in there. It's original bolt. Let's see. There we go. There's a top on it. See if we can get it to focus. There we go. This one's a lot cleaner. I've shot this one a lot more than I have my 24. So it's definitely a lot cleaner. Got a lot less grease in it. Mainly all grease is right there. You see it right there coming out. See it? That's still Cosmoline. These bolts were full of them. They didn't want them to rust. So there you go. There's what it is. It's got a good military trigger. It shoots probably about 3.5 MOA with good ammo. With surplus ammo, it can shoot anything. You never know. It depends on the manufacturer and all that. Again, another fine rifle to have if you can get a hold of these. They're going to go up in value. They didn't make a lot of them. And this one's an 8mm. A lot of fun to shoot. Good rifle. Good strong action. You can't beat a Model 98 action. I don't care all day long. If you want to spend the time and the money and the effort, you can take this Model 98 action here. You can get just about virtually any caliber barrel you want to put on there. You can accurize this gun to the point, this action to the point where it will make all modern hunting rifles obsolete. Because basically, let's face it, we compare all modern hunting rifles on this action, period. There's so much you can do with the 98 action. It's so strong, proven. The dual bolt lugs in there that lock it to make it strong is good. So if you're new to the gun channels or to the 2A community, I also want to say welcome here. I don't want to ramble on too long in this video like I did in the last. I do that occasionally. If you have any questions, if you have a Mauser rifle, please put them in the comments below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Please give a good description if you're trying to figure out something. Or if you can send me a picture, then I can help you identify your weapon the best I can. I do have several books. I know that's old stuff. Books and research materials on Mausers. They are by far my favorite battle rifle of all time. It's kind of hard to beat a Mauser. Everybody else has copied it. If you look at I guess the only way you can say it, you got a better than a Model 98 Mauser action is the 1903 Springfield, and that's because it's a copy of it, and we Americanized it and made it a little bit better. You can only improve so much on Peter and Paul Mausers. You know, that's like trying to say that John Browning didn't make perfect weapons. He did. You know, Peter and Paul Mauser in the same gun gods as I put Mangalinger, John Browning, Samuel Colt, Smith & Wesson, the gun makers in Belgium from F&N that made F&N great, Nagant, and so many other Beretta. You know, people like that, gun companies like that. I just wish that the Czechoslovakian Lion crest was on there a little bit better. So, yeah, fun rifle to shoot. Lots of history in this bad boy. Did the Czechs, you know, here's the questions. You know, if this old girl could talk, what stories would it tell? Would it tell us that it had a young Czechoslovakian soldier who resisted the Nazis and was picked up by the Nazis and then used by a Nazi security force, or a German soldier? Was it issued to a young German soldier who didn't really believe into the ideas of the Nazi party, and he was just trying to do his job to get back home? Was it picked up by communists, Czechoslovakian communists, after the Czechoslovakians rebelled against the Germans with the Russians' help? Was this used by a young Czech communist to fight the Nazis? That would have been a cool story. Where did this rifle go in Europe? What did it do? So many questions that if all these military surplus weapons could tell us, that would be nice to know. And that's why I like collecting mil-surp weapons. They're fun to shoot. I'm a World War II reenactor in general, so it's great to use these old things and that with firing blanks and things like that. Living history displays are always fun. So anyway, if you like our type of content, let us know in the video. If you like these old mil surplus rifles, let us know. If you own some VZ, later now they're CZ, but VZ rifles from this period, from early 1920s to the 1940s, let us know. This is part of our interwar years in between the big wars. Not going to be a really long series of rifles, because a lot of them that were used in World War I were just reused in World War II. There'll be different variants and versions and things like that. And then we'll do a post-war rifle series, which won't be too in-depth, because there'll be more of leftovers from World War II being used in the 50s and the 60s. And then we'll get into our World War II series in September. And we still got our crew serve weapons to do in this summer. Probably around June or July we'll start on those. And we've already done one with the MG40, or MG53/42. So this rifle here is that. Remember, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Help help us make YouTube buy us ammo for our guns. So we'll go shoot it. I'll show you the whole process of us going and buying a box of ammo, us going to the range and shooting that box of ammo, and then making and all that, just because YouTube has to follow their own policies, and we know how they like to follow their policies. So help us do that. Let's make YouTube buy us some ammo. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel and getting your friends and family to. We are 2A friendly. We are family friendly. Occasionally I do get a little mouthy, but you know, it is what it is. Like, share, and subscribe to videos. Or find us on Facebook, Instagram, Gunstreamer, Patreon, and Teespring for t-shirts and other gadgets and whatnots and bags and pillows and posters and things of that nature. And remember, it costs nothing to be nice to each other. And be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time.